Did you know that on average, only about 15% of enrollees actually complete online courses? It's sad, but true. So what can you do to encourage your students to keep progressing through your course? We'll talk about 6 ways to do that coming right up. Hi, I'm Christine with Thrive Themes. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, don't forget to do that, and be sure to ring the bell to be notified when we publish new videos. So if you're selling online courses, student retention is definitely worth paying attention to. And that's because low student retention can severely impact your business. Think about it. In order for someone to get results from your course, and in order for them to say to themselves, you know what, I really liked that course, maybe I'll try another of this person's courses, or that course was really helpful, maybe I'll recommend it to my friends. So in order for people to say those things, they actually have to finish the course first. So if 85% of your students are not finishing your courses, you can pretty much bet that none of those people are getting results, they aren't going to take your other courses, and they aren't going to recommend your courses to their friends. And that can really impact your business. Now, one way to deliver course material is to simply let students have access to everything as soon as they enroll. Then students can consume the material at their own pace. However, there are some downsides to giving completely open access. Students can easily feel overwhelmed by the amount of material and simply fizzle out, or students can feel super excited, but without someone providing motivation to keep going, then it's really easy to put off finishing the course, and then it just becomes completely forgotten about. And then there's the issue of students who never really intended to pay for the course at all. So they buy the course, they consume what they can in a day or two, and then they ask for a refund. So you can see how each of these scenarios means that students are not actually completing your entire course. Enter drip delivery. So drip delivery is when you let your students access the course material in parts over time. For example, you deliver lesson 1 in week 1, lesson 2 the following week, and lesson 3 the week after that, and so on. And you can create whatever schedule fits your needs. In general, drip delivery is nice because it can help add structure to your course. It can also help pace your students so that they don't feel overwhelmed with too much information at once. And it can also help prevent people from paying for the course, consuming maybe 70% of it, and then asking for a refund. At the same time, drip delivery can also help to keep students engaged. So let's explore the different ways drip delivery can help increase student retention. The first way to increase retention with drip delivery is by using it with evergreen marketing campaigns. So typically, an evergreen marketing campaign means that your course is always open for enrollment, but on a limited individual basis, and the window to enroll is usually triggered by some kind of marketing funnel. So for example, you might use Facebook ads to promote free video training, which is then delivered via email. So then people have to sign up for your email list to access it. And then after people watch your video training, then you pitch your online course. So timelines for each individual are different, and the marketing funnel is completely automated. Person A might see your Facebook ad on March 1. They would take your video training from March 1st through March 3rd, and then they are offered the opportunity to enroll in your course with enrollment open from March 4 to March 11. So this means that they have 7 days to decide whether or not to enroll. But your marketing funnel is always running. So person B might see your Facebook ad on March 20, and so again, they'll go through the same video training, but for them, they'll go through it on March 20 through March 22nd, and then they are offered the opportunity to enroll from March 23rd to March 30. So every individual goes through the exact same marketing funnel, but each person has their own timeline, which means that people are constantly enrolling in your course at different times. And if your course has completely open access where students can consume content at their own pace, then at any given moment, everyone is at different stages of learning, and there's no way for you to make sure that people are on track because everyone's on a different track. By using drip with evergreen marketing campaigns, first of all, if your course is long, it helps to prevent your students from being overwhelmed by the material, but it also helps to keep people on track even if people enroll at different times. So for example, when people first enroll, you can make Module 1 immediately available. then you can drip out one module per week after that. So the next week when module 2 is available, you can send out an email saying, just wanted to see how your first week is going, module 2 is available. Do you have any questions about module 1? And then the following week, after they've had a chance to view module 2, you can send another email such as, here are some common questions people have had about module 2. Hope these are helpful, and I hope that these inspire you to keep making progress. And so you can keep sending these emails that correspond to the drip schedule. These periodic emails serve as a reminder to keep making progress with the course, and they also help your students feel supported and motivated to keep going. Another popular way to host online courses is to group students into cohorts. So for example, you might open your course for enrollment in January and again in September. So then you have your January group and you have your September group. When you host a cohort-based course, you can use drip delivery to deliver lessons at a pace that is set by you, but everyone in the group is on the same schedule. So you can do a new lesson every week or new lessons every Tuesday and Thursday, etc. It's very much like a college or university class where every week you attend class and your instructor teaches a new lesson. Now, here's a little secret about online courses. A lot of people will sign up for the information, but stay for the community. And so adding drip to a cohort-based class can increase student retention because by putting everyone on the same schedule, you can now create a community where everyone is learning together. So students can talk about lessons together, they can talk about issues, and they can bond with each other because everyone is at the same point in their journey. Another way to use drip to increase student retention is to give your students a bonus after a certain amount of time. The bonus can be an extra lesson or workshop, it can be access to a PDF resource, etc. And you can use these bonuses in various ways. So for example, you can make bonuses available only after your return window closes, and so that way people can't consume all of your most valuable bonuses up front and then return your course. But in terms of student retention, you can drip out bonuses to somewhat gamify your course and add an incentive to keep going. So if you've ever purchased something and you've just felt really happy to get a free gift with your purchase, or if you've ever participated in a rewards program at a retailer or maybe with your credit card company, then you probably know the feeling of being happy to get that extra little bonus. And that extra little boost can sometimes be just enough to keep you coming back. Next, you can use drip scheduling for courses sold in a bundle. Bundles are a really fantastic way to entice people to buy your courses. For example, instead of selling each of your courses at $100, maybe you could bundle 5 courses together and sell the bundle for $250. Because that's such a great deal, it's a no-brainer for anyone who is on the fence about buying your courses. But the problem with course bundles is the sheer amount of information that can quickly become overwhelming. When this happens, student retention goes way down. Now, you can somewhat mitigate this problem by using a normal drip schedule, but if your course bundle is 5 courses and your lessons start dripping out as soon as someone buys your bundle, what that essentially means is that every single week your students will receive 5 new lessons for 5 unrelated courses every single week. So that can be pretty overwhelming. So what you can do instead is set your drip schedules to start only when a student begins each course. So instead of getting barraged with lessons every single week, your students can focus on completing one course at a time. Next up, you can use drip scheduling to drip content out on specific dates. So for some courses, the ability to make lessons or modules available on specific calendar dates can really impact your students' success with your course, particularly if you want to add in challenges or contests. So for example, let's say that you have a course on holiday decorating. You can use drip scheduling to have lessons be available on certain days so that your students can stay on track to do their Halloween decorating, their Thanksgiving decorating, and their Christmas, Kwanzaa, or Hanukkah, etc. decorating. But being able to drip content on specific dates is also very handy if you want to do something like a challenge or a contest. So you can do a 5-day Christmas lights challenge. Day 1 might be decorating your tree, day 2 might be decorating your front yard, day 3 might be hanging the lights on your roof, day 4 might be a creative tabletop display, day 5 might be a window display. Having these lessons delivered on a drip schedule means that people can't get a sneak peek and start working on their projects early, and being able to drip content on specific dates means that you can control when the challenge begins and ends. Next, you can use drip scheduling to create the schedule that best suits your online course. So imagine this. Your course is a 30-day course on journaling. So you have 30 different lessons, one for each day of the month. If you were to provide completely open access to the course, it would be very easy for your students to lose interest or lose track of their progress because it's up to them to maintain the habit of checking in every single day. When you use drip scheduling, you can easily deliver one lesson per day, sending an email along with it to keep your students on track and engaged. And by not allowing your students to jump ahead, it also keeps your students focused on what you want them to focus on. Or here's another example. Let's say that your course is all about staying fit during the work week. So you provide lessons that are meant to be done during a lunch break or maybe after work on a Monday through Friday schedule. Now we all know that sticking to a regular fitness schedule is difficult, and it's even more difficult if you are responsible for motivating yourself and doing the workouts on your own. If you've made a New Year's resolution to get fit and you've already broken it, you probably know what I'm talking about, right? So drip scheduling is fantastic for course topics that would otherwise require discipline to keep going. And what's particularly nice about the drip feature in Thrive Apprentice 4.0 is that it is so customizable that you can create daily schedules, schedules for particular days of the week, schedules for specific dates, and more. All right, so as you can see, there are lots of different ways to use drip scheduling, and drip scheduling can be super useful for increasing student retention. Now, the drip scheduling feature in Thrive Apprentice 4.0 is really very customizable, so be sure to check it out. You can get Thrive Apprentice and the rest of our tools when you purchase Thrive Suite, so click the link in the description to learn more. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.